Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a fantastic, wonderful day. I'm going to be filming 3 videos today, so you'll be seeing a lot of this in the weeks to come. The first thing that I'm going to film today, which is this video, is a book review of Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. I did a book review on the first book in the series, Children of Time. I am thinking there's going to be more books, but I'm not sure. It works really well as a duology. I've got something in my eye. The first one is about humans going out trying to seek to inhabit new planets, and then a couple of thousand years later is what I'm perceiving. A new human wave is coming out into the universe trying to escape Earth because they fucking ruined it. So this is kind of following the aftermath of the first one. In the first one, basically humans encountered this planet that was supposed to evolve apes into humans evolution-wise very fast. That's not grammatically correct, but instead it happened to spiders, and that's what the first one is about. This one follows the timeline of the first human beings as well as the characters from the previous book, so it goes back and forth between kind of the same timeline as the first book, and it does have a similar concept. You can kind of imagine that this book follows octopi. I just imagine like an octopus pie in my mind. I think octopuses is actually correct. Octopussies. Octopi. Oh man, this is gonna be a struggle. I feel like there's many answers to the plural of octopi. I'm gonna say octopi because that sounds epic. Basically, this follows the same kind of idea of octopi evolving into more intelligent, and it follows another fleet of humans, basically kind of like Arena Kern in the first one, trying to figure out ways humans can live out in the universe. One perspective here is the character of Tchaikovsky, which comes with the first fleet of humans going out to the universe. He's basically obsessed with octopuses. We just said it was going to be octopi. He's obsessed with octopi, and he has always been, and he tries to teach them, he tries to evolve them, and it progresses into them taking over this planet that they find. But there's also another planet in the solar system that they are trying to inhabit called Nod. There's this virus on Nod, or actually kind of a alternate alien intelligences. The plural in my mind is just really blowing up. And it basically takes over the other humans on the ship and it wants to explore the universe, but it's kind of like a virus that it just takes over their minds and learns everything that It's 4 o'clock and I haven't had anything since breakfast. My mind is killing me. I need coffee, I need coffee, I need coffee. Like 4 minutes into this video, I feel like I haven't said anything about this book. That's my knee. It's gonna be in the video. Knee cameo. The world is spiraling. I'm spiraling. I'm digressing. The world is digressing. I'm sorry for anyone who's not part of my channel. This is a shit review, clearly. So that is a very interesting perspective. I loved following Tchaikovsky. I like how he's so like artistic, and there was like a kind of bi character, and I think this book tried to talk about gender. It didn't do that very well, and I kind of wish it would have explored that, obviously, because that's something I'm likely to explore now in my reading taste, but I like how it was implied. The big theme of this book is generally communication and interspecies communication, alien life, human life communication. So the first book, the humans have to interact with the spiders, and this one they're more closely knitted. I don't want to spoil anything, but they're trying to explore how to communicate better, and that's very interesting. So you follow different perspectives of someone trying to use technology to better communicate with spiders and humans, and in this one they also meet kind of in the now time. They meet the octopi, and they're trying to communicate with the octopi, while, you know, spiders, they use one type of communications, humans use one type of communications, and in the middle of them trying to figure this out, they meet the octopi that are trying to have one type of message, and in all of this mix there's the fucking virus. So in conclusion, this book has a lot of elements. There's a lot of things going on. At times I thought it was a bit messy, and I want to give a huge disclaimer that I was not feeling this book. My taste in books is heavily changing. Everything is like going crazy, and I'm feeling like I want to read a much more literary fiction. And so when I was reading this, I was trying to read books that I bought recently so that they wouldn't like pile up on my TBR, and that's my reason for picking this up. But I was not in the mood, and I really, really wish I was in the mood. And something I did notice when I think I was noticing it when I was reading the first one, but it was more prevalent in this one. I don't really like the way that Adrian Tchaikovsky has written these books. I'm not sure I really like the language and the sentence structure and like the very nitpicky type of things. It has a tendency to disconnect me from the book. But it's not because it's hard to read. Like, it's a super easy read. It has nothing to do with that, but there is a vibe of it that I'm not totally connecting with, and for many pages of this book, I zoned out, and I was like, my mind was just drifting, and I had struggled to like pull me back into the book, and I was not feeling it. I wanted to read other stuff. So the fact that I gave this book a 3-star has a lot to do with my life, and it makes it hard for me to do an objective review, which is there is no such thing, but obviously I'm trying to do that. I think I would enjoy it much more if I read it at a different point in my life, which is kind of making me a bit sad, but I'm very interested to see what happens if he writes more books with this concept. I actually really liked, Avrina Curran. She is still in this book, and I like how her arc was continued, and she has become one of my favorite characters of all time. I don't know what it is, but she's just, she evolves so much throughout the series, and her arc is just really, really amazing. So for a book that has, on an average, it's like a 3.5 stars, like a duology that is a 3.5 stars, I love her like exceptionally much. Also, grammar out the window, bye! So I'm definitely gonna read more by this author, but I think that the next time I pick up any of his books, I'm gonna make sure that I'm in the mood, because I think in this case specifically, it heavily affects how much I enjoy his books, which is not the same for all books, which I think is a great reflection in itself. On that note, I love the ending. This is a spoiler-free review, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but there is a quote that I think can be applied to all situations that are happening on this Earth. I mean, the Earth is in like such turmoil right now. We humans are fucking things up. But there was a quote that I think in thesis we could apply this to Earth and things would be better. So this is, what is there to fight over in a universe that is bigger than even we can even exhaust? With more of anything than we could ever need. There's no empires in space. If space is an ocean, it is one without shores. So I thought that was really interesting. I thought the octopi, space octopuses, was just a fun element. I enjoyed that a lot. So that's going to be the end of this review. It's very brief. It's very all over the place. I promise to do a review of this book. Also, I just remembered I forgot to put the mic on. Should I put the mic on for the next video? Let's do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Comment below if you read this book and what you thought of it, or if you read the first one and if you're thinking of picking up the next one. I've heard the audiobook is good for this one, but I haven't tried it out, so check that out if you're interested in this book. So that is it for this video. I hope you're all doing better than me and that you're having a lovely day, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye!